Are you recording? Are we? Okay. Hey, people. Welcome back to Winnie the Pooh. Small talk, small talk. What's been going on? I haven't been recording videos lately. Well, I have. I've just been deleting them. Why? I'm a perfectionist, kind of, and stuff. Kind of wanted to have a little bit of small talk before I kind of talked about what I wanted to talk about today. But, I'm currently not on my roof. YouTube, don't say that I am. But we got this lovely scenery. We got a lovely thing. But yeah, I think like a few days ago I tried to record something, and then like I have no idea how long in, but like this thing ran out of battery or something, and it was like a really deep episode. It's all gone. So that sucked. But yeah, I think so I recorded a Let's Play. I got like an episode and a half in until I'm like, this is like dog shit and no one's gonna watch it. And like, which is true, it was awful. But I think I realized what my issue is. It all comes down to motivation. It's always come down to motivation for me, to where it's like I get really into something and then all of a sudden I'm like, I don't want to do this anymore. And I think it's obviously because I'm impatient. I really do want the end goal, but I'm too lazy to take the steps to get to it. And so when it came to recording videos and all that stuff, the editing completely destroyed me. It would drain me, and I'd do it for like a couple hours to do like a couple seconds worth of edits. It was awful. And I think I just realized that I'm putting too much work on myself, and I'm not accepting that it's going to take me a second to get to where I want to be, which I think is true for everyone. I think everyone wants the end so bad that they're not willing to take a step back and like process the middle. And everyone loves the beginning too, the rush of adrenaline and just wanting to get to it. And then once it actually comes to getting to it, people are like, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it later. And I'm not saying I'm a perfectionist, but like, well, I mean, like in that sense, like I'm not someone that just can do it. But yeah, I fall victim to that. That sucks. I hate it. I hate doing stuff. I fucking hate it. And so I guess what I'm trying to say is that like we need to learn, or we need to teach people how to fall in love with the process, which will then help them be motivated to get to the end result. Like, I don't want to do some shit that I'm not going to enjoy. And it's better, and like some people do. I mean, like people go to college and they'll get a job for something that they don't want to do just because it'll make them money or something like that, and they just become miserable. And we've kind of normalized that. We've normalized just get a job that you don't care for, and you'll just save up money and you'll live life that way. Like, I feel like we just normalize that, and I don't like that idea. I don't like that. Once you get into college and you start going for like your major, you're locked in. I don't like that you're locked in necessarily. I mean, like, it makes sense if you're if you're trying to be a doctor or like an engineer, like those make sense. But then when it comes to like all the corporate shit, you're kind of locked in. And it's like you spend like 4 years and thousands of dollars worth of classes in order to get to a place where you don't want to be. And now it's like, in order for you to change that, you have to go back and spend more thousands of dollars to a college that's extremely overpriced and, in my opinion, unneeded, in order to do something that you do want to do, or get the credibility or like the respect that like you need for that criteria. I thought someone across the lake was yelling at me. But yeah, I think it's a stupid thing that we've fallen into that trap. They're being so loud. I don't know how they can be like, I'm like at least 200 feet away from them. And I can hear them perfectly. I wonder if they're talking about me. Nah. They're jealous. They don't got a podcast because they poor. I'm also poor. I need money. I need money to live. I'm planning on getting my associate's degree, then move into a different city, and I have about currently $24 in my bank account. Yeah, I need to save up. Okay, so another thing that I'm going to talk about when it comes to the motivation thing is like, I'm realizing that doing YouTube and trying to do this, it's not a sustainable thing. Neither is lo-fi music or any of that. No matter what you do when it comes to you being creative and working in your interests, you're not going to be sustainable. Only when it's the stuff that you don't want to do is going to be sustainable. So I'm probably, oh, look at that. Some of my music is distro kids telling me about my music. But yeah, when it comes to motivation, hairline check. When it comes to motivation, especially with me, like, I never quite understood what it was like to really be engaged in something. I mean, except for like writing, like literally I printed out Alan Moore's like Twilight of the superhero thing that he did in like the 80s, and it's for those who don't know, Alan Moore is the guy that wrote Watchmen, which is known as the comic book that broke all comic books. And then he wrote Twilight of the Superheroes, which was never made because it would completely destroy the entire DC like comic book universe. And Warner Bros. Or whoever owned the comic books at the time were like, that's a dumb idea. And no. And they never made it. It only got, like, as far as they got, they never did any art for it too. It was just the pitch. And the pitch is 35 pages long. And it's all just like world building and explaining characters and kind of what their thoughts and actions are in the story. And so I printed that out, and I've been like going through it and highlighting it because I think at some point, I want to write comic books, but that's not the end goal. I want to make stories, and comic books is a way to make a story. And so probably at some point, if I have enough money, I'll hire an artist, and they'll get paid, and then I'll make Twilight of the Superheroes and then put it online for free for everyone. I mean, like, I think that's a good idea. I think that's a fun thing to do. I'd also do the same thing with the old Spectacular Spider-Man show. My original idea was I'll hire animators and we'll continue the show. I'll get the voice actors back. Cut my nose. But that's probably never going to happen. That's way too much money. And so my new thought is I think my dog's barking to get outside. But my new thought is rather turn it back into a show, turn it into a comic book series, and recreate the first 26 episodes, which is, it basically is just 2 seasons, and then recreate those into comic books, and then just continue. And it'll be all of my original story and idea. And again, I'll hire the artists. I won't make any money off it, though, which sucks, unless somehow I'm able to negotiate a deal with Marvel and Sony and be able to like make the comic books and actually get money off them, which I don't believe could ever happen. I don't know if you heard that, but damn, something sounds wrong. But yeah, I don't think I could ever do that unless it's always an if. Like, I don't know if I can. I have to, in order for me to get my foot in the door and to tell people that, like, I can do this, is by making it myself. And that's kind of what this is for, almost. But this is, like, it's something else, just for me to talk and vent. But, like, maybe I'll hire an artist myself and write a short comic book series and put it into Image Comics. And maybe it'll get some attention. maybe it won't. But just keep at it. So that way when I get to a point through all my writing classes in college for like script writing and all that, I can have some titles that like I've worked on. And it's really like I work really fast. Like I'm able to just get everything that's out of my brain on paper real quick. If I'm really determined, which is where the motivation comes in. I just got to do it. That's the big thing. You just got to do it. And so, yeah, that's why I want to learn how to romanticize the process so it becomes an easy thing for me to do. I mean, it's never anything that you're going to do in life is never going to be easy, but you can make it fun. And when you make it fun and you enjoy it, it becomes easy. You're blind to how hard it actually is. And, burp. And you just accept that it's a thing. I don't know. That's kind of my talk about. Damn, what did I eat to make me so gassy? But yeah, that's kind of my spiel about that. But like, yeah, I hope for the future I could get to a place where I can actually do what I want to do and make myself do it and not be so lazy to not do it. You know what I mean? Like, in the meantime, while I'm going to school and saving up to move out, I need to get a job. And it seems like everyone, because I've done like 100 Indeed like resume things. Like I've applied for so many jobs, and it seems like everyone, like they always say that they're hiring, but they just don't want you. You know what I mean? Like I've had friends with these issues too, to where it's like they say they want people, but they just don't want you. And I mean, like, I'm still gonna keep searching. I have to, in order to make some form of consistent money and to afford like all the stuff I want to do. But like at that point, I kind of just went, I'm gonna grab the bull by the balls and just do my own thing. And so like there's this one girl. Pretty fits. I'm kind of good at art. I'm kind of good at drawing and coming up with designs and stuff. And so my mom a while back sent me this girl's Instagram, Nicole Weber Designs, and she's like a freelance artist. She makes company logos and all that stuff. And so I'm gonna try to get into that, and it could be like a side thing. Same with music and same with the podcast, and like hopefully when I start recording Let's Play videos and posting those on another channel and all that stuff. And maybe the other podcast that I'm hopefully going to do, which the guy that I'm working on it with, I haven't talked to in like a month. But yeah, it all just comes down to doing it. And it's going to be interesting to see how I can juggle all that and how consistent I'm going to be in posting because of life. And like school and studying and like just trying to get my associates. But I kind of have a year and like 3 months in order, actually no, not 3, I have like a year and like 6 months in order